Alright guys, so here's the female jungle motley. Her due date was yesterday. And one thing I want to talk about is when the females are giving birth or right after, they seem to be in some sort of a trance. They seem to be off and act a little bit funny. I see it with almost every female, but here we go guys. Looks like we got 5 slugs. Mostly good babies. This one here, I don't think is gonna make it. It's umbilical, like its stomach is kind of out. So sometimes these things can happen. And then this one, kind of the same thing. But we'll see how it goes. But there's some really cool ones in here. The pairing was a Motley Jungle to a Pastel Dream Monster Tail Hypo Arabesque. So once I get a count and everything, then I'll go ahead and take another video for you guys. Good morning guys, welcome to the channel. Today we just had our first boa litter. So the pairing was a Pastel Dream Monster Tail Hypo Arabesque male to a female Jungle Motley. And I haven't counted the babies or anything yet, but we're gonna get right into that. First thing I gotta do is get the mom out of there, get her in a tub, get her cleaned up, and get the smell of the babies off of her. So once she goes back to her cage, she can kind of settle in and get past everything that just happened. But I did notice a few babies are having some kind of an issue. Maybe their umbilical cord is out, part of their what they're supposed to absorb is still out. So I'm probably gonna set up the incubator and put a few of those babies in the incubator in a bin with moist paper towels constantly at 88 degrees. So hopefully that will help them absorb that part of the umbilical cord that's not supposed to be out. So these are some things that can happen. Luckily I just recently bought an incubator because I have some ball python clutches that we should get this year. So I'm going to set that up, and then we'll see how those babies do. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so I got some lukewarm water from the bath, and we're just going to pour it in here. And I'm going to check the temperature of the water just to make sure the water's not too hot. That's the thing. You kind of got to be careful, because if it feels warm to you, sometimes it's a little bit too hot. So the water's 94 degrees. That's not going to be too hot for her. So I'll let her sit in there and kind of clean off for a little while. And like I said, these females can act a little weird after they give birth. She is completely deflated. We'll get her in this tub here. Okay. That's done there. So let's get started on pulling all those babies and then sorting through the healthy babies, the ones that don't need any extra attention, and then the ones that I want to keep them a little bit warmer, more moist, and help them get past this little roadblock and see if they can make it. Alright guys, so right here I got some tubs set up here with some wet paper towels. I'll get some water bowls in there. And this is where I'm going to put the babies that don't need any extra attention or extra heat. So let's get started. I did see a couple stillborns also, which sucks. It's a little normal here. Now, I'm not going to do a count right now. I'm just going to get them in the tub. It's a really nice arabesque. Sorry if the lighting's not extremely good. Okay, little arabesque right there. One of my favorite genes. And something to note is that sometimes the baby arabesque can be a little bit weaker. And so I feed them smaller meals to get them started. It seems after the first year they really take off. Now this litter, the father to this litter, he did pass away. This is the one I've talked about in my last video. That was, I think, 100% my fault. He was breeding with this female nonstop, and I thought he still looked pretty good. Put him in with another female, and he just kind of went downhill really quick, and I should have just put him away for the year. But anyways, I'm excited to have some more babies from him to kind of carry on those genetics, and obviously not do that again. Not try and stretch a male too thin. There's a pretty small hypo motley arabesque. So and then the mom was sold to me as a jungle motley, proven breeder. I'm not seeing really strong jungle influence in this litter, so we'll see after they shed or whatever. But she might not be jungle. But either way, I'm pumped about this litter. So, and I won't mention the breeder that I bought her from, but the other boa that I bought from this specific breeder was also sold as the wrong genetics. So it doesn't surprise me if she doesn't actually have jungle. So research the breeder prior to getting something from them. Make sure that you're getting the right genetics. There's a really clean motley. Really nice. There's another normal. Really nice one. There's a hypo motley. Super cool. Another little normal here. So if there's sack, the sack is still on there, I just kind of leave it. And then I'll be changing these paper towels every day. And then I also ordered some sphagnum moss, so that should be here, and I'll add some sphagnum moss in these tubs. The arabesques in this litter are really exceptional. So I'll get one more, and then I'll do another clip with the count and everything like that. There's a hypomotley, possible arabesque. It's got a lot of the arabesque speckling on the head, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm over the moon about this litter, guys. By the way, I'm representing C&B Reptiles. So my buddies are opening up a shop here in Arizona. It's going to be catered to the higher end, rarer stuff that you wouldn't normally see in a reptile shop. So definitely check them out on Instagram, Facebook. And then when they open up here in April in the Phoenix area, you guys got to go down and check them out. So, all right, let's jump into the next clip. I'm going to get the rest of these babies out of here and then get a count. And then also show you guys what I'm going to do with the babies who need some extra attention, get them in the incubator. So, I'm going to get... All right, guys, so here's the two that I think need the extra attention. This is what they call big bellies. So they, you know, the biggest concern is if this hardens up in there, then they will certainly pass away. So we just got to get them in the incubator. I got a temperature gauge right here that I'm going to set up inside the incubator, and then I just got the reptibator. So it's pretty cool. We'll see how it works. I'm going to get this fired up and going to get the temperature probe in there, and then consistently check the temperature. But I hope we can get these guys going. So stay tuned and send some positive vibes for these two. All right, guys. So I got the cage. I shop vacuumed everything out of there, all the aspen. I got it soaking with tons of chlorhexidine solution. So you want to let that soak for about 15-20 minutes. I got the incubator set up, still warming up. So I set it to 88, it's at 84 right now. Mom is soaking over here. Got to get this whole room cleaned up. But the final count, and I still got to get water bowls in here. The final count is 19 live, 5 slugs, and 2 stillborns. So right here I got 17 babies here, and then I got the other 2 that weren't looking so good. I got them into the incubator. But yeah, guys, so got some pretty nice ones in here. All the arabesques came out really nice, classic arabesque look to them. Some more arabesques right there, super nice. So their umbilical cords will fall off here in a few days or so. Yeah, guys, so this is litter number 1 of 2021. Couldn't be happier with this litter. I'm glad that, you know, the mom's doing good. Everything went good. I was a little worried because she was Really stressed out, cruising the cage for a couple days. Yesterday on my lunch, I ran home from work just to check on her. That's kind of how stressed out I was about it. But yeah, guys, so really pumped about this. And we appreciate all you guys' support. And stay tuned for the next litter.